Good morning. We are here at Coal Creek Trail, and it's near Bellevue. Today, we're collecting little things and mosses and rocks. We're gonna make a terrarium today with the kids. So we're on this trail to collect a few items for those terrariums. I saw some things online that I really liked, especially done by Serpa Design. So a little shout out to Serpa. He has a really cool channel on terrariums, and we're gonna make some today. Check out this tree. It is completely covered in moss. The whole tree. Look how beautiful that looks. It's a beautiful example of what a terrarium can look like from an old tree stump. This is really cool. Look at that. You see this pile right here? This is just basically beautiful stuff to add into the terrarium. You know, it's just lying around here on the trail, so we're not trying to damage any of the live trees. These are all dead, and we're collecting the moss and kind of bark from it. So we just came back from collecting all of our materials for a terrarium. Let's see what we got. This is liner that you use in your cupboard. I got it from the Dollar Tree, and this will act as a mesh layer between the water reservoir and the substrate. What I'm going to do is actually use lava rocks as a base for our terrariums, but I got to rinse them off first. soil that we're going to make is composed of sand, bark, peat moss. Mix it up. I'm actually going to take some of the peat moss that we collected today and add it to this mix. I'm going to chop it up a little bit more. That way it has a little bit more of a wicking substrate. I probably put a little bit too much sand into this thing. Kind of rinsed off the peat moss, so that way you kind of get rid of any additional debris or maybe critters that was in there. Alright, that should work. Now that we have all of our materials, we're going to start building. We're going to start building our terrarium together. Let's take some of the lava rock. And I just want to fill it out to the base of this thing. This has got a natural lip on here. That works pretty well. And I've already cut these cupboard liners. I cut it a little bit bigger. I'm gonna place this in here. I got these from the Dollar Tree for literally $1 for a whole pack, and there's a bunch left over. Okay, so this is going to create a nice layer between the substrate and our water reservoir, or a false bottom. Okay, and you want it a little bit larger. I'm just going to take a couple rocks here and just kind of weigh it down. So that way it doesn't float up. Yep. Here. Alright, now that we have that, I have some activated carbon. You can use charcoal as well. You don't want to use the stuff that has any kind of additives like gasoline for barbecues. So this layer of charcoal is actually works as a layer of filtration for when the water trickles down through the substrate. So, act as a way to cleanse the water as it makes its way through to the bottom. Okay, let's take a look at our substrate here. We're going to add this into terrarium. This acts as our planting substrate for the plants in there. Just a little bit more. Don't like this big stick. There we go. That looks pretty good. Smidge more towards the back because I want the back to kind of rise up a little bit higher. Alright, and this is not unlike building a planted tank, which I've gotten back into. I've gotten back into the aquarium hobby. Left it for a little while because the gardening stuff has kept me relatively busy, but now I'm getting back into it since the garden is kind of where I want it to be. With some additional work here and there, but nothing major. Okay, that looks pretty good. Alright, now we're going to start building up the hardscape. Okay, let's work on some of the hardscaping, which includes the rocks. I'm going to actually add a little bit more soil here. And I've got this nice, beautiful piece of bark that has all this beautiful moss on it. And there's 3 different varieties. I have to look these up. So I'm not a specialist in moss by any means. I like this rock right here. I like the red coloring on these because they kind of break up. They kind of break up the all the brown, the splash color. I found this beautiful thread moss, I believe is what this is. I'm gonna stick right here. And also I found some of these little plants, which I have to look up the name of, and these were just kind of growing right there on the forest floor. Beautiful. I'm just gonna rinse it out real quick. Plant them right about there. Got my long tweezers that I use for my aquarium planting. They work out perfect for this. It's getting to the point where it actually doesn't need much more. Sometimes less is more. It's kind of accent. These guys right here are beautiful. I love how they have the flame on them. Look at that. Just gonna tear off a couple of those chunks. Rinse it off. And then put it about right here. I think it looks awesome. What we're gonna do next is a couple more rocks here in this corner. And we're gonna add water. Try to use different kinds of moss. Okay, look at all this stuff right here. Look at the colors and use some of the darker ones and the lighter ones. Good job.
Wow. Yeah. Look at mine, Daddy.
Here are the kids' terrariums. They did it pretty quickly. Looks nice.
Wow.